So we just went through the lecture on the design trends, which is in week 10. There is a quiz here until the 28th. Please keep track of that. Now in week 11, this is where we're going to go over our final design, and we are revamping an existing website. To be honest, I'm actually think it might still, yes, it is. So this is the website we're revamping. Ooh, what do we think about that? How like maybe 2004 looking. Boy, that's really old, really old. So your clean home is looking to have their website redesigned to be more functional, useful, and modern. So your job is to read the ask, redesign the interface, create prototypes, display, oh my gosh, both desktop and mobile screen sizes. So Your Clean Home has been cleaning homes and businesses for over 10 years. They're a local business competing with Molly Maid, Made Simple, all the big guys. Their existing site is dated and doesn't have enough modern affordances that these other companies have. Plus, the look of their site is horrifically dated. So they create a wish list of features they'd like to include, and they're really looking forward to you coming up with a solution that works across all platforms. Coffee break. A complete overhaul of design is one. They really want a call to action, CTA, so the user can get a hold of them wherever they are on the site. So always making sure that phone number is up front and center. A simple form that is high priority where the user can request a quote. It's up to you to decide on researching cleaning companies. How exactly do they quote? So you'll want to put things in the form like, like square foot, how many rooms, etc. So their locations, map list, however you feel is best. So Hamilton, Dundas, Ancaster, Burlington, Waterdown. Hours of operation, 8 to 6, Monday to Friday. The services they provide, you can kind of make those up. There's probably some on the website as well, actually, now that I say that. There's a gift card feature. They want a testimonial section, a live Instagram feed, a cleaning tips section, a contact form section, and they'd like a one-page scrolling site. So they don't want to dive into several pages. They want everything to be right up on that homepage, and they want a clean, spacious design reflecting the cleaning category that their business is in. So if we currently look at, oh, I closed up this god awful thing. I guess the bubbles make it look good, but it really needs work. So we want to focus on, I'd say, clean, modern, thinking about what a lot of those houses out there look like now. My house is not one of them. I'm not a sterile white looking home. I like color, but I would focus on maybe imagery like that. Maybe it's illustration. So again, researching. So what you have to do, again, choose a UI tool. I prefer UX, please. You create your artboards. We are doing desktop and mobile. Research using their existing site to take an inventory of the elements, oh my goodness, of the elements on their current site. Use that to apply to your new design, whether it be the text or headlines, etc. Feel free to change it though, because you are the professional. And then obviously include the new features that they want. Lay out the site for each screen, and then use learning tools, learning from UI tools, visual order, interactive design, all of those things that we've been going over to apply to make one full website, not today, but in the next couple of weeks. So tips, obviously we research, make an actual inventory list of what they currently have and what they're looking for. So making a chart, making a spreadsheet, and check things off. We don't want to miss those things. That's obviously part of your grade. And a client gets real pissed off. I've done it. I've made the mistake of forgetting that they wanted to have this. And then when you're presenting it, they're like, where's that thing that I want? And sadly, they won't focus on that beautiful site I created. They're just focusing on that thing that you forgot to put in there for your meeting. And then it's just a bust. And then everyone's real frustrated and pissed off, essentially. So making sure we tick all those boxes first before we get too far. And then obviously your intuition experiences. We do want to touch upon our trends that we did just go over, but keeping in mind our target audience, this is probably one of the, you know, there's a big target here. So we have lots of different age groups. The demographic is quite large. So we want to make sure that we are gearing towards all of those folks versus, you know, too trendy and maybe only a millennial is going to like it type thing. And then we submit it. So we are going to submit a prototype link in week 12 for feedback to make sure we're on the right track. And then we're going to make those changes from the feedback and submit the final link to your prototype in the Project One Dropbox. There's a screenshot of that beautiful website, and there's your grading breakdown there. Inside of the week 11, we do have some resources here. So you have their logo that you can take from there. So there's that EPS of the logo. It's up to you folks if you do really want to redesign it. Maybe it's beneficial. It is more work, but you can if you want to modernize it. And then a design tool app here. So this is really cool. Oops. This is just a little app where you can scroll through and find a plethora of things that you might want to utilize on your site. So you just scroll through. So it's a little app there, and then, oh, look, there's some cool fonts. I'm sure you folks know a lot of these, but perhaps things from the sense of illustrations, again, some fonts. So just an interesting little kind of cool thing to scroll through if you do want some extra resources. And then last but not least, shut these all down. We have some examples here. So this person used the same logo, but they've added it in black, which I think is fine. Scrolling through. So again, they wanted that scrolling website. This is a nice, interesting feature. They added a free quote and a contact. So quite nice. I don't think these are perfect. I do want you folks to keep that in mind when I do show examples. It doesn't mean, oops, example one. It doesn't mean that that particular example is the be all end all. I do expect you folks to create your own design, make things the best of the best. I'm just choosing in regards to what, when I show you examples, what was submitted the previous semester and what I think was done, I guess, the best in the group. So I always expect people to do better. This is an interesting way to lay out the map. I like that little feature. Nice use of illustrations here. There's our gift card feature, our testimonials, our content, or our contact. Gosh, can't speak today. A nice little COVID bar up there, which is obviously very happening right now. There's your quote and your contact form. Those do take you to different pages, which the client did request to have all on the same page. So keeping that in mind. There we go, just a little coming soon thing. And then I'll just zip through one more because I think it's best for you folks to do that. So this person did update the logo there. A nice clean. I think this one is a little more modern. I like the color palette. I think maybe a little more work on adjusting or placing the elements, but I think it was still done quite well. These are really great little features here, little hover features on the services to expand on them. Nice testimonial features. There's our gift card, our cleaning tips, our locations, our contact, and there's our kind of faked out Instagram. So again, I personally don't think any of those are really perfect. So making sure you're drawing upon your own knowledge and making sure you focus on the list that is provided from the client, and providing your own expertise on this one. Any questions? Oh, side note. Oh, yeah, sorry, Mel.
Hard. I need lots of work. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I need 1 solid month to work on that. Like,
I think so. It's a lot. Your hair?
Do you folks want to work in teams?
I don't know.
I think so. Will be easier at least.
Okay, so why not just let you folks work in teams if you want to, if you feel confident. I think there's a few of you that have worked in the same groups as you did previously, and if you feel that those groups have been effective and haven't been tough for one side or the other, then please feel free. But you know, try not to, this is our final assignment, so try not to go too far into your project and then, you know, you're having issues. So I would suggest, because this is the last one, work with people that you did previously and you did successfully, versus working in a group for the sake of working in a group. Okay, and then if you don't want to work in a group, it's fine. So I do think, yes, I agree, it is a bit of work, but I think once you kind of get moving on things, you guys, you can do it. For week 10, we've got 4 weeks to do this sucker. Okay,
Thank you.
so let's see. I do want to note, I only put up desktop examples because the mobiles are pretty straightforward. You can kind of imagine how things go essentially from this to this. So I didn't bother with that, but do remember that you do have to do a mobile version for that as well. Just want to see when this is outlined to be due until the just get my, I just want to make sure I know my weeks here. Anybody have a tough time remembering like what week like is week 10, 13, all of that? I have to like write it in a planner. I'm still like 100 and I like to have a notebook planner. Okay, so this is currently outlined to be due on December 12th, which is the Saturday before we're landing into week 13. So I imagine you're going to need a little bit more time, but I'm not going to give that to you quite yet. Okay, I wanted to roll with that for now, and then we can keep updating. This is outlined to be presented in week 14 in class. I feel like people are not going to want to do that on week 14, and that might not be where you all are sitting and resonating with, but I'm going to leave it as is for now, December 12th. So we're still a couple weeks out from that. And then, like I said, there's a check-in at week, I said week 12. It's due, sorry, due December 12th, and we have a check-in on week 12.